So let's start seated. We'll all close our eyes to keep the sun out of my face. So find your Sukhasana, crisscross applesauce, and you can just take your hands to your knees and let's begin rolling those shoulders maybe up, down, and back. Sounds like everybody's a little sore today from all of our home improvements and otherwise. Beautiful. Take those shoulders in the other direction. And maybe take a big breath in and just, let it go as we arrive on our mats. Soften through the toes. Let the knees drop down and roll back on your hip bone just a little bit. Sits bones pressed to the earth as that crown of the head comes up. And aligning that spiritual spine, the heart moves forward ever so slightly. Chin moves back ever so slightly. And we connect the spiritual flow of what we call Adi Shakti to the physical flow of the breath. Inhaling maybe through the crown chakra, white light energy. And exhaling, letting that white light energy dissipate through the physical body, the subtle body, wherever you need it to go. Mental nature, intellectual nature, emotional nature. Eyes are closed, crossed, drawn up to the third eye center. Soften your belly button. And as that belly button softens, as the rib cage, the shoulders continue to soften, slowing that breath, inhaling maybe for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhaling for 5 or 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's just stay with that beautiful breath, toning our vagal nerve. Even adding a little drama to that belly button as you're exhaling, pulling it towards the back of the spine, in and up, engaging through the pelvic floor, allowing the tip of the tongue to play just behind the 2 top front teeth. And today our mantra is going to be as above, so below. Breathing in from the crown as above. Breathing out through the subtle body, so below. And this affirmation mantra is a subtle reminder of your own divinity, of your nature as a vessel, really, that the divine works through. So white light, beautiful breath, cleansing, purifying you, making you a perfect channel for the creative flow, the Adi Shakti. On an exhale, roll that chin down to your chest, let the head hang heavy, and just soften through those tired, achy shoulders. Soften your fingers, your toes again. And just like we always do, we'll start those head rocks, inhaling the right ear to the right shoulder, exhaling chin to chest, and left ear, left shoulder. Just keep moving, breathing. Notice if the mind is not cooperating today. Sometimes it wants to think about the past or the future. Instead, we redirect our thought to our mantra, or we simply contemplate, and we contemplate on a spiritual level. So, what does that mean to you to be a vessel for the divine? Go ahead and start to draw full head circles. And then take those circles in the other direction. And then come to stillness. Hands stay on the knees. Eyes can open a little bit. Let's do some Sufi grinds, inhaling the heart forward and then rounding through the spine. Start to think about loosening through that lower back. And let your head be the last thing to come around. The act of spinning itself can become a meditation. Beautiful. Start to slow it down. And then we'll take it in the other direction. Beautiful. Start to slow it down. And then we'll slide our hands to our shins. Let's inhale the heart forward. Exhale, round through. Bring the chin all the way down. Think about your breath. Think about deepening it. You can engage a little ujjayi breathing, slightly constricting your glottis. Imagining you're just ironing all the wrinkles out of your breath. And stay third eye center focused. In that third eye center, we place that which we hold divine as a reminder of our own nature. Continue to flex, but slide your hands to your knees. So this is going to get a little bit bigger. Inhaling forward, exhaling back, maybe pulling the shoulders down, even pinching the shoulders blades. Imagining the functionality of the spine. So pink, red, white, lots of space between each vertebra. Don't be afraid to move faster. Beautiful. Inhale through center. Exhale, rest. Pause for a moment. Reconnect with the breath, third eye center. And maybe contemplate what it means to be this perfect channel for the divine, depending on the guru you taught to follow. There's controversy. Do we have free will? Or do our thoughts follow our actions, the actions deriving from the divine, and the consequences of those actions being how clear a channel we are? Beautiful. Inhale, lift the arms up, look up. And then we'll take an exhale as we take the left hand to the right knee. Enjoy a sweet twist. Press down through the sits bones. Let the crown of the head rise up. Let's inhale, look left. Exhale, look right. And you can always kind of swoosh your nose up to the ceiling a little bit if it feels good. Now let's exhale. We're going to look over that right shoulder. Take a pause here. Soften your belly. Soften the space between your organs. Send that white light breath there. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take it to the other side. Again, we're going to inhale, look right. Exhale, look left. Eyes can still be closed. Drawn up to that third eye center. And then looking over that left shoulder, pause here. Let the sit bones press down. Crown of the head rises up. Breathe in deep. Beautiful. Come back through center. Let's walk over to hands and knees and come right into a wide child's pose with that belly snuggled down between the thighs. You can either get your forehead to the mat or stack your hands. Whatever you're connected with, start to roll your head temple to temple, softening through the shoulders. That tongue is still behind your two top front teeth. Breathing in, breathing out, as above, so below. So the great sages of yoga, they're so smart. They simply said that the light of the divine is shining through you, depending on the senses that you're taking in. Go ahead and find some stillness. Maybe slide your hands forward a little bit. Even pressing your fingertips into your mat, pull that spine even a millimeter longer as you press down through the tailbone, deep in your breath. They class heated or dark. If we take in light, we become light. If we take in too much heat, we become action-oriented. And if you take in dark, well, you can imagine we've all been there, right? Inhale, coming to tabletop position. Bring the knees under the hips, curl the toes, spread those fingers wide like starfish. Inhale, drop the heart forward, look up and out. Round through the shoulder blades as you draw the tailbone to the heels. Move with your breath. And depending on your story today, you might want to move faster or slower. So if you find yourself kind of sore, move faster. Give yourself a little massage. And don't be afraid to take a little pause. You can come into your cow and just drop that belly and breathe, softening there. And then rounding through. And maybe if you need to think about anything, think about what are your senses. Start to draw some circles with your shoulders while you're in this cat, massaging the wrists. Feeling the sense of touch, the mat pressing up into your hand. And other direction. Smelling the scent of incense in the studio. Beautiful. Come to neutral. Leave your hips right over your knees. Walk your hands forward. Come into a puppy pose. So just let that heart melt. Forehead maybe to the mat. If this is too much, go to child's pose instead. Keep breathing. Listening to the music, my voice. Beautiful. Walk those hands in. Keep the toes curled. Slide the knees together. We're going to come sitting back on the heels, toe pose. I know you love this one. Roll the shoulders up, down, and back. You said you needed it all over. We can't forget our toes. Come to stillness. Tasting maybe the residue of your morning tea. And even seeing the insides of your own eyes. Beautiful. Walk it forward. Bring that right foot forward however you get it there. If you use your blocks, you can move those to the front of your mat. You don't have to use them. Once you get there, let's take a little pause. Maybe walk the foot forward just a touch. Lift your front toes. Bring the knee forward. Look up and out. Inhale. Pull back a little on the right hip, releasing through the left thigh. And then curl those toes, lift that back leg, pull back on that right hip as we press deeply through that left heel. So the quality of our senses is the quality of our channeling. So we want to take in beautiful senses. We want to read lovely novels and listen to beautiful music and smell flowers. We want to eat really, really healthy of the earth. And then the mind becomes crystal clear. It's that simple. Beautiful. Exhale, straighten that front leg. Slide your hands back underneath your shoulders. Lift your toes. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, heart comes forward. Pull back on the right hip. Let the chin roll down. So heart's pressing forward. Front leg straight. It's not easy though, because culturally we're so disrupted. There's too much information. There's too many choices available that are not healthy for us. And they make us heavy and they make us dull and dark. So as a yogi, we actively move away from those dark things and we embrace meditation and yoga. Keeps us balanced. Beautiful. Bend the front knee. Place the back knee on the earth. You love it when I do this. Bend. Reach back with the right hand. I know. Usually it's enough just to bend. If you can get the ankle, get it. Flex the foot if you can. Pull it in. And think about choices that you make on a daily basis that contribute to darkness really arising in you. You know, we stay up too late. We harbor, bad feelings towards people. We become obsessed with current events. We can get really judgy too, can't we? Yeah, I know. And it's so unhealthy for us each individually. So the yogis teach that you don't have to believe what anyone else believes, and you can even think someone isn't as smart or as evolved as you. You can think that, that's fine. But you're really judging really what they call an incomplete expression of the divine. So when you judge others, you judge the divine. Go ahead and release that foot. Let's straighten that front leg now. You can slide your blocks back if you use them. Flex that foot. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, heart comes forward. Chin rolls down. Pull back on that right hip. And looking at your foot, only move the foot. Don't move the shin. Don't move the ankle. Just move the foot to the right. You got it. Try to soften through your shoulders. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and bend. Plant the hands. We're going to come to a three-legged dog. So you can either come through tabletop or just lift that leg straight up to the sky. Maybe bend the knee and draw some circles with the knee. Thinking about lubricating your hip. And then open that hip all the way up as that left heel sinks down. Try not to collapse into either hand. Just keep breathing. If you want to keep your foot moving, rolling the foot on your ankle might feel good. And then we're going to take that foot back to the earth and we're just going to press it out. So don't be afraid to really get a deep bend to the knee. Wiggle the hips side to side. If you wiggle them deep enough, the shoulders are going to get a nice massage too. Beautiful. Let's find some stillness. Bend the knees a touch, push the tailbone higher. Gazing at your thighs, head hangs heavy. And as you're exhaling, pulling that navel deep to the back of the spine, in and up, pull up on that pelvic floor. Beautiful. Knees to the earth. Left foot comes forward between the hands. Take that little pause here. So once again, we can walk the toe forward, bring the knee with you. Get a stretch through that right thigh as we look straight out. Pause. See if you're clenching anywhere through the toes, the fingers, or the jaw. And then curl the back toes, lift that back leg. Press through the heel as you pull back a little bit on the left hip, looking straight down, head aligns with the spine. Deepening the breath. And then straightening that front leg, slide your hands under your shoulders. We're going to pull back on that left hip. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, heart leads the way. Chin rolls down. Pull back again. Maybe lift your toes. It's okay if you shake a little bit. Beautiful. Bend the front knee. Place the back knee to the earth. Slide the knee back so you're on the flesh above the knee as we bend. Reach back with the left hand. Catch the ankle. Flex the foot. You can look back down at the earth in front of you. And know everyone's a little uncomfortable right now, so you're in good company. Just keep breathing. Misery loves company. Isn't that the truth? Sometimes you're just in the best of moods and then you surround yourself with miserable people. And you take that through your senses and you become miserable. So we want to surround ourselves with uplifting community. Peaceful atmosphere in the home. Someone once gave me the advice to make your home like an ashram. Oh, how lovely. Go ahead and release the ankle. Let's straighten that front leg. We're going to flex that foot. You're going to inhale halfway up. Exhale, bring the heart forward. Chin rolls down. Now again, look at your foot. Only move the foot to the left. Pull back on your hip ever so slightly. Noticing your thoughts. As above, so below. Yogis don't really attach to a vision of a heaven, but when I think as above, so below, I do think of like a heaven, if you will. Thinking about making heaven here on earth. And that's truly what it's about. Go ahead and bend the front knee. We're going to come back to that three-legged dog, however you decide to get there. Once you're there, bend the knee, draw those big circles. Make sure your fingers are still spread wide like starfish, thumb, index finger merge to the earth. Then bend that knee, open the hip, let the right heel sink down. And then place that foot back on the earth. This time, let's roll our toes into the ground. So roll over to the tops of your foot, rolling the ankle. And then the other side. And then snuggle into your down dog for just a moment. As you inhale, rotate the shoulders over the wrists. Drop your hips, pull down on your shoulders, look up and out. And then exhale, roll back. Inhaling forward. Make sure those shoulders stay down and back. And if this is too much, just cat-cow instead. Beautiful. Let's exhale, down dog. Pause here. And then let's see if we can't get our feet between our hands. However you like to get there is fine. Once you're there, we're going to inhale, half lift. Bring the hands to the knees, cat-cow here. Inhaling, heart forward. Exhale, round through the spine. And think about releasing any tension from those hot organs like the liver. And inhaling the heart forward, stay there. And now fold, hinge at the hip creases, fingertips to the earth, head hangs heavy. You can bend your knees a touch just to keep working yourself deeper and deeper and deeper into this. You can shake your head yes, shake it no. And we'll start to rock towards the toes, lifting the heels, and then rocking back onto the heels, lifting the toes. If you have blocks, you may need to hold on to them. And release, heel toeing your feet as wide as the mat. Reach for your elbows and just pull the spine long as you ragdoll side to side. And don't be afraid to get a deep bend into one leg and then the other. Think of this as a massage of your spine and maybe rolling your shoulders around. Beautiful. Let the hands come to the earth. Notice where your feet are. You're going to keep that alignment on the width of the mat, but you're going to step back with that right foot. So you're kind of stepping back into dragon pose. Both hands are inside that foot. And let's start to draw some circles with that front knee. Massaging the hip, bringing that knee out to the left. And then take it in the other direction. Beautiful. Find stillness. Pause for a breath. And then looking at the outside edge of your right hand, that right foot steps back where it started. You got it. Let's pause here for a moment. Just sit down into your hips. Keep breathing. And then let's step back with the left foot. And go ahead and draw those circles. And don't be afraid to make some big circles. Beautiful. Other direction. Lovely. Step it forward. And then we're going to heel to the feet back under our hips. And we're going to inhale, slowly roll all the way up to standing. And bring your shoulders up, down, and back. Ah, beautiful. How you feeling? We feeling good today? Bring those arms out. Let's bend the arms. Let's inhale, look up at the sky, press the palms towards the sky. Exhale, round down and through, bringing the elbows, hands together. Inhale, we open. Exhale, we close. So every time you go to yoga, treat it as a massage. Like, go with that attitude. I'm giving myself a massage today. Ah, that's why it works. Go ahead and bring the elbows, the hands together. Now lift, look up. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the knees as you fold. Touch the mat. We're going to step back with the right foot, coming into a crescent warrior. Inhale, rise up. And get that left knee over your ankle. Press through the right heel. If you can, start to bring your gaze towards the sky. Start to draw the fingertips back. Open through the heart. Beautiful. Exhale, hands to the earth, step to down dog. And still thinking to ourselves, as above, so below, which is really the manifestation principle. So do we have free will? Do we not? Is there destiny? Is there not? Yogis would say there's destiny. And free will is really an afterthought. Free will is how clear of a channel are you? Beautiful. Take those shoulders over the wrist. Pause in your plank position. Make sure your bum's not up or hips aren't down. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, knees, chest and chin to the earth. Slide to the belly. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Start with your chin on the mat. All 10 toenails pressed to the mat. Pubic bone pressed to the mat. Inhale, rise up. Don't use the hands. Exhale, release on your own. Let's inhale, rise up. You can use your hands or not. Shoulders are off the ears. Keep breathing. Exhale, release. Add a little modified push-up, hands, knees to the earth to come to down dog. And down dog, snuggle in, bend the knees, press those hips higher, squeeze the thighs together. We're going to maintain our feet hip width distance apart as we step the right foot forward, rising up into crescent lunge. Or crescent warrior, sorry. Take your time. Once you get there, bring the right knee forward. Press through that back heel, straighten the leg. And when you're feeling it, start to bring your gaze up and draw your fingertips back. On an exhale, bring your hands to your earth, step forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold deeper. Hands to the ankles, draw yourself in. Shake your head out. Inhale, lift up. And bring hands to heart center. Close the eyes. Third eye center connected. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Right foot steps back, coming back to our crescent warrior. Exhale, hands to the earth, down dog. Rotate shoulders over wrist, plank position. Inhale here, exhale, knees, chest and chin to the earth, slide to the belly. Slide your hands forward 4 or 5 inches. And inhale up, shoulders off the ears. Pause. If there's any pinching, bring your feet wide. Keep breathing. Exhale, release, stack the hands, forehead to the hands, bend the knees, shake them left, shake them right. And shake them all the way to the left, all the way to the right, twisting the lower spine. I always think the counter to a back bend is a forward fold, and it's actually a twist. Let your feet go, hands under the shoulders, add that modified push-up. We'll come back to down dog. Noticing the width of your feet, we're going to step the right foot forward, maintain that crescent warrior, not so wobbly. Take your time, all the time in the world. Look up. Beautiful. Exhale, hands to the earth, step forward. Inhale, rise up. Bring your hands to heart center. Close your eyes. And really pressing palm to palm, elbows are out left and right. And this sends a message to balance, to the universe. Speaking in mudras. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, softly fold. Step back with that right foot, seal it at a 45 so we can come into a warrior one. And this feels nice now, doesn't it? I know. Get those crescents out of the way. Beautiful. Straighten the front leg. Reach the hands behind you. Interlace them. Draw down on your shoulders. Now the heart's pressed forward and up. Inhale. Exhale. Lean into this. You'll go about halfway maybe. Once you're there, lift the front toes. Maybe pull back a little in that left hip. And then soften through the head. Don't move anything but your knee. Bring your knee forward and see if you can't release your body inside that knee. So just coming deeper into this. Don't stress your knee. And gently hands to the lower back, hands to the earth. We're going to reach out with that right arm to reverse cartwheel into a warrior two. Beautiful. Make your adjustment so that left foot can come forward. That knee goes over the ankle. Look forward and back. Are the arms doing the same thing? Deepening the breath. Navel pulls in. Pelvic floor comes up. Straighten the front leg. Reach your hands up. Now slide that front toe forward. I know you can go deeper. Go deeper. Good job. Straighten the front leg. Reach up with that left arm. Reach up, 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 and over. And really focus on that point above your hip. If you like, you can take your right arm and wrap it behind you. And this will kind of close you back. And then once you're closed back, you just open that heart back up again. From here, we can bend the front knee. Releasing to warrior two. Cartwheeling to the earth, stepping to our down dog. If you need a break, just go to child's pose instead. Shoulders over wrists. Pause in plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. And now we slide to Sphinx. So elbows go under the shoulders. Palms, forearms press to the mat. Look up and out or just down at your fingertips and breathe. Breathing in as above, breathing out so below. In life, especially in the circles groovy yogis run, and we're always talking about like manifestation and you can run off for a weekend, spend $3,000, learn all the principles of manifestation, and you still don't get what you want. And it's because nobody tells you that you have to clear all your channels. You can't keep living the way you live. If you're all gunked up, you can't get what you want. All right, leave your hands, your elbows just as they are. Curl your toes. We're going to lift our hips into a plank position. You got it. Try to keep your bum out of the air. And bring your knees to the earth and come on into a puppy pose. You're perfectly set up for it. Or if you prefer a child's pose, that's fine. Puppy pose, hips are over the knees. Slide those hands forward. Let the heart press towards the earth. Beautiful. Walk your hands in. We're transitioning to down dog. So however you get there. If you need to wiggle around, cat cow. And from here, we're going to step that right foot forward, seal the back one as we come into our warrior one. Soften your shoulders by rolling your pinkies in. Now straighten that front leg as we bring the hands behind us. Interlace those hands, draw down the shoulders, look up, open the throat. Exhale, fold, and keep your hips pressing forward. Try to keep your front legs straight. And just let the breath do the work here. And staying as you are only bending the knee and then working your torso inside that front knee. Head hangs heavy. Try to get the energy out of your toes. Slowly bring your hands to your lower back, and then bring your left right hand to the earth. Left hand reaches out and around as we reverse cartwheel into warrior two. Pressing for the outside edge of that left foot. And then let's straighten the leg. Hands above you, heel toe that toe forward just a touch. Slide it on. Good job. Then bend the knee, open the arms again. Exhaling, that navel's deep to the spine. Pull up on the pelvic floor. Straighten the front leg. Let the left hand fall down, reach up, 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 and then back and over. If it feels good, take that left arm, wrap it around you. Your shoulder's gonna cave in, and then we're gonna twist. We're gonna open back up. Look at the sky, bend the front knee. Release to warrior two. Pause for a breath. And then we'll cartwheel to the earth, step forward, and inhale slowly, slowly. Rise up to standing. Arms reach up, bring your hands to heart center. Close your eyes, pause for a moment. We'll honor the trees today, taking our energy into our left foot and bringing that right ankle somewhere comfortable, but not pressing on the knee. Tighten the thigh right above the kneecap, and you'll find stability that way. You can always lift your arms, grow your tree, breathe. Doesn't matter how many times you do tree, just love it. The ultimate yoga pose. Let's leave our arms where they are, and just for fun, see if we can't do a dramatic shift to the other side. Beautiful. Go ahead and release. Bring your arms up in front of you, palms face the earth, come to the tippy toes. Pause here. And as we come sitting down, we're going to bring the knees out and around the elbows, garland pose. If you're working on crow, you can approach that or just come to garland. So garland is just melding into this. With crow, you get your hands under your shoulders, fingers spread wide. You want the wrinkles of the wrists facing the front of the room. And then find those bandhas on the pads of the hands, maybe roll around a little bit. You want to make sure the mounds of the hands are taking your weight, not your wrist. So that's the space just where the finger connects into the hand. And this might be where we start, or you might want to come up and see if you can't start to work your knees into your armpits. We're looking up and out. And then you can lean into this. Notice how it feels on your wrists. This might be where you are. Don't stress your wrists. You can play in this, just lifting one foot, lifting the other. Or if you want to come up, so you're looking at the earth in front of you, looking out, and you want to get the elbows into the armpits. So they got to be able to go all the way up into the armpits, all the way up. So practice that first, just moving them up. Yeah. Beautiful. And then just practice leaning in, you know. It's going to be really hard on your wrist. This is a pose I don't do anymore because of my tendonitis. Sometimes my ego gets involved and I do it and I suffer for days on end. I know. And then we have to add the bandhas, but we're not ready for that. So go ahead and bring your knees forward. crisscross your ankles, and let's come sitting down on our sits bones. And we'll do a little wrist strengthening here with Pluti. If you can work into a half lotus, just taking one foot up into your hip crease. Full lotus is beautiful as well. We're going to bring our fists to the earth beside us. If you have a ring, you're going to have to flip it around. And we're just going to inhale, press up, and exhale down. Inhale up and down. And now inhale up. Keep breathing, but hold it. And just intend that your knees will lift too. So start to play. I know. Just play in the energy that they can. And just intending to lift those knees, you'll start to feel the strengthening through the core. All right, beautiful. Release it all. Let's take our hands out in front of us, roll them around. Ah, good job. Utpluti, uplifting. So to give you a feeling of, bring them up, interlace the fingers, flip the palms, feeling of levity. Inhale, let's just rock a little right and left. Now take those arms in front of you, palms are still pressed out. And try not to twist in this, just let this be about a little massage on your shoulders. Beautiful. Let that all go. And we're gonna come lying down. If you have a block, go ahead and bring it with you. You don't have to have a block though. Coming lying down, you can take it real slow just by placing your feet flat to the earth. Maybe we'll even take our hands to our knees. Inhale forward, exhale, roll back. And then the next time we roll back, we can let go. Maybe even lift the feet, take a little pause here. And then gently rolling to the earth, maybe taking a pause and stretch pose. And then finally releasing to the earth. Bring your arms above your head, interlace those fingers again, flip the palms again. Now press one foot in the other so that the hips start to rock. And on an exhale, bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And then bring the feet to the earth, knees bent. We're just going to roll in and out of bridge. If you want to support your bridge, put your block under your sacrum. Otherwise, get your feet close to your glutes. Knees, feet, hips in alignment. Press your palms deep to the earth as you inhale. Start to lift your hips to the sky. Exhale, rolling all the way down, and roll down all the way through the tailbone so that the lower back lifts, and then press that out, lift the hips. And just keep moving. If you like, you can press the hips up. You can stay there. Interlace your hands underneath your back. Walk one shoulder, then the other, and squeeze your thighs together. And just keep breathing. And then slowly, slowly on an exhale, start to come down. We'll heel toe our feet as wide as the mat, arms come out in a T, palms down, and just rock the knees all the way to the right and all the way to the left. Come to stillness. So feet are as wide as the mat. Keep them as wide as your mat, but slide them to the bottom of the mat. Keep your arms where they are, but turn the palms up and let the feet just splay open. This is called Fallen Star. And it's a perfect place for final rest. I'll play the gong while you rest. So just intend for that energy of the gong, that sound vibration, to clear the subtle energy field. Just start to take a big breath in, breath out. And wiggling through your fingers, wiggling through your toes. Rolling your wrists, rolling your ankles. And enjoying that big full body stretch, arms overhead. As we exhale, we bring our hands to our heart, rub them together, make some heat in the palms of your hands, and then choose to place those warm hands over your heart or over your eyes and bless yourself. And if you're new to that, just say thank you, thank you, thank you, self. And gently we'll release to the right in seed pose, making a pillow of our arm. And here we set an intention. And the intention is to explore your nature as divine, as above, so below. How do you make yourself a channel so clear the divine expresses best through you? And why bother? Why bother? Because it looks like peace and happiness. Beautiful. Let's come to seated. And we'll bring our fingertips to forehead center. Bowing in gratitude for this day, for this practice. Thank all of you for sharing it with me today. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, beautiful class today, guys. Yeah.